Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota RAV4 Limited in the color red. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood you have a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. It is automatic transmission, gets up to 203 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 1,500 pounds. Up front you've got your LED headlights, customer daytime running lights, fog lights down below. Across the front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And underneath of your front-facing logo is your front-facing camera. Onto the side, you've got 19-inch alloy wheels. And if you look closely, you may notice the 3M treatment. You can see the seam of it on the front end. You'll see glimpses of that throughout the rest of the vehicle. Then side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and underneath here you have additional cameras and puddle lamps to contribute to the surround view camera effect. If you look at either one of your front handles here, you'll find these double lines. We'll talk about those more on the driver's side. Heading back, all of your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top we have black roof rails. Now on the back of the unit on the right hand side, you have your limited all-wheel drive trim level badge. Across the back you've got backup parking sensors the whole way. Then on the left is the RAV4 badge. Underneath of the rear logo is the backup camera. To open up your cargo space, reach underneath the logo and press the button, and it should automatically rise itself upwards. So inside here you'll find that your second row seating has a 60-40 split on the left hand side, which allows the two sides to function independently from each other. If you would like to lay down either one of these sides, you can do so by releasing the handles on the top outside corner of the seat. Across the back here we have your interior cargo cover. This is able to extend outwards, and then it will lock into place on either side in these little hook spaces, which helps it to keep private any goods you keep stored beneath it, so others can't look in through your rear windows and see what goods you have stored. On the left, you have one of your JBL speakers. You have this premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout the vehicle, and each one of the four corners will be able to find these little silver tie-down hooks. You can use these guys to further secure your cargo load. To the right, you have this little storage cubby, 12-volt adapter, and your interior light. And then across the back here is your interior cargo net. This guy is still in its original factory packaging, so it's in terrific condition. There's a couple different ways you can set one of these up. Most traditionally, people tend to put them right across the back space. You can also line it across either one of your walls, across the back space, across the floor space. Lots of different options. The main point of this is two jobs. Primarily, it is meant for extra storage space. It has a built-in envelope design, so it's built as a pouch. You can tuck items inside of it. But secondly, it helps to reduce the amount of movement of goods. No matter which way you set it up, you can either use it to reduce movement from back to back, side to side, keep something tied down to the floor, whatever works best for your personal needs. If you're looking for your toolkit, just look down at the ground. You'll find this little strap. Lift this guy upwards, and everything you need is stored right underneath. To close up your space back here, just reach up to the handles on either side, or you can press your electronic button here on the left. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. Inside here, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. It also has this light gray stitching for a bit of contrast on the seats. In between the two sides, there is a folding down armrest / cup holder. You can easily tuck this away if you want to increase your seating capacity. Then on the back of the front passenger seat, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your air vents and chargers down below. And currently we have the RAV4 rubber mats installed in the unit. Inside of the door, you have your storage space below, power window control, and you also have rear heated seats here. So this is on both sides of the rear door so that both sides of the rear seats can have their own independent heating to suit whichever person happens to be in the spot at the moment. Now, once again, back to these double lines. These guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand on here or inside the handle to lock or unlock your unit. Inside your driver's door, you've got power windows here for both front and back, window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. Next to your handle is your memory seat settings, which of course means you have electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support there. Then hood and gas release are on the bottom left-hand corner of the dash. On top of that, controls for dash brightness, automatic headlamps, defrost of the rear windshield wiper blade. Then you have your surround view camera, so if you give that a press, you have to have the intuitive parking assist turned on to see the display all the way through, but you do have a full surround view look of the vehicle around you, which we can also take a look at when we're in the vehicle. You can just shift it into reverse. Next to that is your heated steering wheel, and then you have your power trunk release. Up top is a little storage cubby. You can see some of this blue interior light stemming down in the back. Now, steering wheel is black leather with black stitching. Left side, controls there are for the dash display, hands-free communication, and your volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls on the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top. This includes a sonar and lane departure. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now you're looking at your customizable home screen. Everything you see in here can be accessed through the side button panels. So underneath home we have your menu settings. This is where you can customize your destination, audio, phone, app, projection, info, display, and setup. Setup is more of the specifics. Things like Bluetooth connection, phone, navigation, on-suite apps, data, clock, language, theme color settings. You've got your keyboard layout, units of measurement, animation, software updates, etc. Then you have audio listening. This is AM, FM, and satellite radio, full Bluetooth connectivity, and you have optional USB adapters too. Then you have the built-in navigation at the bottom on the left, which is fully touch sensitive for ease of use and super customizable. On the right-hand side at the bottom you have your apps. So these are things you can add afterwards once you have the vehicle in your possession to customize your experience. You have phone connectivity, which is through Bluetooth, of course. You would also use this for hands-free communication. On top of that, you have your seek and track for your radio, tune scroll on the bottom right, volume control on the bottom left, four ways in the middle. Underneath is the climate control center. Dual climate control up front means you can either have your temperatures set individually, or you can turn on the sync to have them work together in unison. This vehicle does have the Eco Heat Cool setting available if it's what you would like, and next to that is defrost for front and rear windshield. Underneath here, we have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats, blue button with the green lights for the cool, red button with orange lights for the heat. On the left is your traction control, left of that is your push start ignition. Underneath, you have the storage space, which also doubles as a wireless charging pad. Simply press on this little power button, you'll see the green light go on. That means that you have the power supply running to that feature. Having this means that you'd never again have to worry about having charging cords in your vehicle when your phone is running low. Of course, if that is your preference, we've got some of the chargers at the back there, and you'll see some more inside the console space. And this also has this nice slanted down tray design, which will keep your phone nice and secure back there, and it's in a position that is easily accessible to you should you need it. You're able to keep an eye on it for notifications coming in and out, but it's not going to be cluttering up, say, your cup holder spaces either. And if you don't want to be using it for that feature, once again, you can just press the button, the light will go off, and then there's no power supply going back there. In front of that, you have your gear shift, parking brake, and parking hold, all of your driving options. So Eco, Normal, Sport, Mud and Sand to Rock and Dirt, Normal, Snow, and your Downhill Assist. In behind there is the cup holder spaces. Then you have the console itself here. You've got this little tray up top. You can either have it in the back position or the front position. You do have some chargers on the front and inside, and general storage down beneath. To the right, all the way across, you have this storage cubby that goes all the way there. Underneath, again, you can see more of that blue ambient lighting down below. You have a glove box down there. Up overhead on the rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. These guys are the garage door openers. Then you've got a normal reflective rear view mirror. If you flip the switch, though, it turns to a camera view behind yourself instead. The reason this can be so nice to have inside is that sometimes when you're driving, you have either people or cargo that are being a distraction, blocking your view partially or even entirely. And in that case, you can just flip the switch, see the traffic behind yourself without having to deal with any distractions inside of the cab to do so. On top of that, you've got your sunglasses compartment, SOS button, overhead lighting controls, controls up there, of course, for your moonroof. And lastly, we can just shift this into reverse so that you can get a sense of what your surround view cameras might look like. You can change up some of the guiding lines there for you as well, and even change the directions that you are currently looking. Of course, this is slightly different when you use your surround view camera button instead of the backup, which is meant for specifically backing up. When you put on the surround view cameras, it will of course show you not just the back of the vehicle, but any one of the 4 sides. But that is something you need your intuitive parking shift to be turned on to use. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota RAV4 Limited in the color red. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota, 31 Automobile Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.